Hello, and welcome to what a number of us consider to be one of the little paradises upon the planet, certainly regionally. Uh, my name's Royce. I'm with the Southern Arizona Paddlers Club, and we're down here this weekend for our now very anchored annual spring cleanup. We come down and do this service for the lake twice a year, April and October. And the October cleanup it's a couple years older than the spring one, and we'll be doing it for the 14th time this October. This is the 11th, and it's a wonderful opportunity, shared experience for the club members who otherwise are very diversified with their interests on the water. This activity, though, which is here at Patagonia and only a good 65, 70 miles from Tucson, is very convenient for folks and is a big draw for the club. It's rewarding on a number of levels. It's accessible. It's a beautiful place to spend your time, and it's very user-friendly. The weather's generally pretty kind to us, and so a lot of first-time folks come down here and getting engaged with this kind of activity. So there's that part of it. In the club, again, well, I'm going to go back, all these special interests. Long ago, I identified this lake as something I wanted to take on as a bit of my own personal project. I started showing up here on the shores of Patagonia around 75, 76, shortly after it became a state park. I had arrived from the Midwest, where lakes, rivers, streams were easily accessible, and as much as I enjoyed my new home in the Southwest, that one thing was missing for me was water, access to water. So I heard about this place. I came down here, really liked it, and started being a regular here. I'd be down here once a month anyway. But one thing that was obvious was that it could stand a good cleaning. Need a little house cleaning. It just wasn't being well cared for, and I think that the Park Service is just moving as quickly as they could to keep their house in order, but they have a lot to do. It easily dovetailed for me with my interest in boating, my interest in this place, to formulate another project for the group, and which was meeting once a year for a kind of a club thing at one of the little inner city parks in Tucson. And everybody, of course, knew about this place, but they hadn't really ventured down here on any regular basis. So some weeks after being a member, I said, hey, let's think about moving our picnic and our other activities down to Patagonia. Right away, folks started turning on to it. People seem to really enjoy being down here. I think we started out with maybe I don't know, a dozen folks working on it, but it grew rather quickly, and now now we have 50 to 70 folks will show up to do this each time, in fall, spring, and a number of boats, and it has just become kind of an anchoring activity of the club. We, and I'll take, as a group, I take great credit for the changing face of this lake. We started out hauling a lot of refuse out here, bags of it. We had a small mountain of it, and that's not happening anymore. Tomorrow we'll be out cleaning the shores, and we won't get nearly that haul. So, in a way, you could say, mission complete. We can move on now. But the thing of it is that we've all fallen in love with this wonderful piece of water. And the word about Patagonia itself, this lake is spring-fed year-round at the far eastern end, so it is constantly flushing itself and regenerating itself. You can come down to this body of water in midsummer, July, August, when other lakes are just mossing out, going dead. Near the shores, you may get a lot of greenery and that kind of thing under the water, but you get out in the middle, and it's still flowing free, and it's clean, and you can dive right in there and have a good time. So, to me, that even elevates it to a whole nother level of the need for preservation. This lake is easily accessible from the Tucson Basin, with a population of well over 600,000 now, close to 1 million. And we're only 18 miles from Nogales, shorter distance than what Tucson is. So this lake has a lot of usage. A lot of folks come here to party and enjoy their time. So of course that puts a certain stress on the facilities and the whole environment here. This lake could use some friends, and we don't mind being those friends at all. I mentioned that we used to haul bags upon bags out of here. Our job has modified itself in that now if we haul 5 bags out of here, it's still all good. Because what will happen tomorrow when we hit the waters for the cleanup is that many people will see us doing that. And that's the reward that will keep on being in place. That people see people caring about this place and taking care of it, and maybe absorb a little bit of that, and maybe leave that space a little cleaner when they leave the next time. So in that respect, our job will never be done. I think the Park Service identifies that, and they work well with us. They cooperate in every way they can to assist with our cleansing of the waters. So there's that. One little personal thing for me is that I'm pretty ecology based, and that's why I'm in this activity, as most all with the group are. When you, speaking from my own heart, when I look about this world and I see things that could use some mending, could use some repair, could use a little cleaning up, what have you. It's easy to get overwhelmed with, that desire to make things better when it's just, there's a lot to be done. Beyond your own home, beyond your own garden gate, it tends to unravel very quickly. But if you can identify and give yourself to some small situation, it's going to take every one of us taking care of little small bits and pieces and what we can handle to make it a better place to hang out. I love hanging out here. I'm not alone in this. Of our roster of about 80 folks, there are certainly 60, 50 folks who are pretty darn active. And environmental concerns are right at the top of our list. This is probably our primary project. So we do a lot, we do what we can, and within that, there's a whole lot of fun to be had here. We're all at home on this water, and I have a lot of good friendships out of this group. It is really good to be associated with folks who care, step forward, and take that care and bring it into a physical form and do it. It is really great to be involved with a group of folks who need much more than just to occupy a space on the couch and want to get out and go and do things and experience this beautiful planet that we all have inherited and only have a short time on, and need to maximize our presence here and the ability to take care and maybe leave it, if we can, just a little better than we found it. So anyway, that's my wrap. And thanks for allowing me the time to do it. Southern Arizona Paddle Club. Yeehaw!